Stock suspension, the boring but reliable champ. If your car still has stock suspension, congratulations. You're boring, predictable, and surprisingly functional. The ride is comfortable. Turns aren't terrifying. Potholes are mildly annoying instead of traumatic. Stock suspension is the vanilla ice cream of suspensions. It doesn't excite anyone, but it doesn't ruin your day either. Maybe you're driving a Jeep Cherokee off-road or taking your Miata around twisty back roads at legal speeds. Stock setups still get the job done. Some people upgrade for style, some for handling, some because their ego demanded it. Stock suspension? Zero ego, maximum reliability. No drama, no loud noises, no "why did I even do this" moments. Cut springs. The cheap thrill. Cutting springs is like hacking a pogo stick in half and calling it sporty. Suddenly your car sits lower. Maybe you feel a tiny improvement in cornering. Maybe you just bounce like a jack-in-the-box. Usually it looks cool for about 5 minutes. Then it sags, rides horribly, and slowly turns into an eyesore. It's cheap, gives instant gratification, and looks great on Instagram until you hit a speed bump wrong and kiss your car's underside. Cut springs are for people who value fun over practicality. You probably drive a Civic with the springs cut hoping your neighbors notice. They notice, but mostly, they laugh. Lowering springs, the slightly less tragic version. Lowering springs are like cut springs' responsible older sibling. They drop your car a bit, stiffen things for corners, and give you better handling. If you don't mind a harsher ride, stock shocks might get mad, so pairing is recommended. They sharpen looks, improve handling, and cost less than coilovers, but don't expect extremes. Basically, you want better looks, a touch of performance, and you don't want to sell a kidney. Perfect for Miatas, Golfs, or anything sporty. Lifted. King of the mountain. Take your ride sky high and suddenly curbs are appetizers and potholes. Invisible. With big tires and ground clearance, you can roll over things that would total a lowered Civic. Off-road trails? Easy. Grocery store speed bumps? Easier. You look unstoppable until you hit a corner, and the whole truck leans like it's trying yoga for the first time. Parking garages become boss fights. Gas mileage drops faster than your buddy's stock Civic off the line. Still, nothing feels more commanding than towering over traffic like you're driving the final boss of SUVs. Coilovers, the full-on upgrade. Now we're talking serious business. Adjustable ride height, corner weighting, damping settings, camber tweaks. Coilovers let you ride like a cloud on Monday and handle like a go-kart on Friday. Track, drift, rally, autocross, you name it. Coilovers dominate. Cheap $300 eBay specials? Your suspension might collapse mid-turn. Solid brands like BZ Racing, KW, or Bilstein? Suddenly your car corners like it's glued to the asphalt. Hydraulics, the bouncing legend. Hydraulics exist for one reason, to make your car hop, dance, and behave like it's on a trampoline. Lowrider culture made them iconic. Originally so cars could drop low, then pop up when the cops showed up. Then someone decided, yeah, let's make the car bounce like it's alive. They're ridiculous, attention-grabbing, and pure fun, but expensive, high maintenance, and brutal on tires. If you're rocking hydraulics, you either love old-school lowriders, or you just want to be hilarious. Either way, respect. Airbags. The luxury flex. Airbags are the I want coilover adjustability but make it comfy option. You can lower for stance, raise for speed bumps, and ride smooth as butter. They even whoosh every time you adjust them. They give adjustability and comfort in one package, but installation is a headache, pricey, and failures are messy. Airbags are basically coilovers' luxury cousin. Win comfort, lose raw handling, but look amazing parked at a meet. Sway bars, the unsung hero. Sway bars don't change ride height, they just control body roll. Track drivers upgrade them for sharper, more predictable handling. Off-roaders sometimes disconnect theirs for extra wheel travel. Street driving with them disconnected? Good luck keeping your coffee in the cup. Wheel spacers, the I like my stance extra. Wheel spacers are more fitment than suspension, but worth a mention. Push your wheels out a few inches, look aggressive, fix rubbing issues, but cheap ones can wreck bearings and won't improve ride quality. They're for people who want their car to scream, "I'm wide and I know it." Perfect for slammed BMWs, WRXS, or old-school muscle cars. Slammed, stanced, static. The show-off squad. Your car sits so low it might scrape the driveway. Perfectly cambered wheels, aggressive fitment, zero clearance, street-level art. It grabs attention, looks unique, and defines a lifestyle. But every driveway is a gamble. If your ride is slammed and static, it's not a commute, it's a commitment. Respect the dedication and the jack in your garage. Electromagnetic suspension, magic under the wheels. Bose prototyped this in a Lexus LS 400 back in 2004. Adjusts ride stiffness on the fly using magnets. Smooth as butter. Expensive as a small house. Too heavy for production. Now, mostly in semi-trucks. If your car has it, you're either rich or lying. Either way, impressive flex. Squatted truck, the Y setup. Front points skyward, rear drags, clearance gone. Not hauling, not off-roading, not even a suspension setup. It's a lifestyle choice. Onlookers either laugh, cringe, or immediately grab their phones for TikTok. Driving it is basically a trust fall, except you're falling with the truck. Headlights aim for the stars, cops glare harder than at a straight-piped Mustang. The squatted truck is the mullet of suspension. Chaos up front, party in the back, and endless debate about whether it should even exist. Broken suspension, the sad reality. Not really a setup, but we'll pretend it is just to keep the broken suspension club happy. If they actually even exist. Bouncing everywhere, clunking over bumps, blown shocks, busted tie rods. You get the picture. If your suspension is broken, your wallet is probably on life support. Or maybe you're just weird or lazy. Probably all three. And every bump reminds you of it. No matter the setup, cut springs, coilovers, hydraulics, bags, squats, or electromagnetic wizardry, suspension is critical. Comfort, safety, and style, all rolled into one. Treat it right, or your car will remind you on every bump, corner, and speed bump.